Holy Week, I think, is one of those challenging weeks of the Christian year because of the range of things that happen from Palm Sunday through the betrayal of Judas, the washing of the disciples' feet, the condemnation of the crowd, the crucifixion of Jesus, the emptiness of Holy Saturday, and again, culminating in the resurrection on Easter Sunday. There is this incredible arc that is in Holy Week that makes it a challenging week to walk through. And I'll tell you, I often, particularly as I come to Good Friday, I often have a hard time knowing how am I to respond to this. And I often, as I approach this week, I wonder what sort of feelings do I need to manufacture for this. And there's all sorts of things that we do sometimes, I think, to manufacture the feelings we ought to have for this week. And by being intentionally somber and sometimes, watching the Passion of the Christ to make sure that I feel as badly as I possibly can about what is going on. And of course, it is a horrific thing that happens. But one of the things that I think about the crucifixion of Jesus, as grisly and horrific it is, as much of a demonstration of our own sin, but also the sin of those around Jesus that actually allowed it to happen. Jesus has a different attitude towards his suffering upon the cross. John's gospel, in preparation, really in anticipation of his suffering, Jesus says this, "Now is my soul troubled, and what shall I say? Father, save me from this hour? But for this purpose I have come to this hour. Father, glorify your name." Here in the 12th chapter of John, Jesus, facing what is going to happen, facing his crucifixion, does not say, "Save me from this hour," but says rather, "Glorify your name." And in that, I think it's very important that we understand that there is something, although horrible and grisly, there is something glorious about Good Friday. It is why we call it Good Friday, because on the surface it's kind of a bad Friday. But it is a good, because God is glorified in the death and ultimately in the resurrection, of course, of Jesus Christ. It is this moment of great triumph over sin and over death. This is what we are looking upon as we look upon the cross. I love that hymn, "Crown him with many crowns." Crown him the Lord of love. Behold his hands and side. Rich wounds yet visible above, and beauty glorified. No angel in the sky can fully bear that sight, but downward bends his burning eye at mysteries so bright. Whatever we are looking upon the cross, we are looking upon the glorious intervention and salvation of God into this world. And while I may be sad and while I may be horrified, I am also appropriately in awe of the glory of God that is in the cross. I guess what I would say to you this Holy Week is, do not worry about manufacturing something, manufacturing some feeling or some experience of Holy Week, but instead pay attention to whatever it is that God is stirring within you. And as you look upon Good Friday, as you look upon the cross, I invite you with Jesus to perceive the glory of God. May he bless you as you walk through this Holy Week.